Tervetuloa takaisin. Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. I am the EagleFan, and happy holidays. I am here to celebrate the holiday season, and we are going with a little heavy Christmas. We're going Finnish on this one. Raskasta Joulua 2019. Varpunen Jouluaamuna. So, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. This is one of those things that, another reason that I really, really like Finland. Everything I've seen of it, it's almost like 50% of the country is in a metal band. And that's awesome. Anyway, let's check this out. Get ready for the holidays. And I'm losing track of what I'm doing. There we go. Let's do this. I'm here. I've got Tabby joining me. We are ready. So let's go. Sorry, I was just checking the positioning I would need to have.
Luomi on jo peittänyt tukat laaksosessa. Järven aalto jäätynyt talvipakkasessa. Varpunen pienoinen syönyt kesäeineen. Järven aalto jäätynyt talvipakkasessa.
Okay, sorry. Looks like there's going to be a choir coming in here, so I wanted to get it before that. This is nice. Marco! How can you not love listening to Marco? I miss him in Nightwish. Anyway, this is nice. It just has a very peaceful, pleasant feel, and kind of feels welcoming and warm for the holidays. It's nice. It's very nice. Sorry, I'm out of words. Maybe I'm doing this too late in the day. Maybe I've used my words. I've run out of words. That could be it. I forget which comedian that was. Anyway, let's keep going.
No niin. Mä sanoin, että tässä saattaa olla enemmänkin hahmoja kuin aikaisemmin. Eli tietysti tässähän on teidän iltanne todelliset tähdet. Tämä on Helsingin konservatorion nuoret laulajat. Jos näin menee, niin Raskas joulu ei tule olemaan solisteja vailla tulevaisuudessa.
Happy holidays, everybody. Very cool.
Pistäkää nyt yksi oikein lujaa vielä! Mä sanoin, että vinkkaa teistä.
Kiitos. Kiitos, Marco. Kiitos. So that was from Raskasta Joulua 2019. Varpunen Jouluaamuna. Which means I had that up. I was meaning to mention it and then I completely forgot. I'm curious if I wrote that incorrectly. It means Sparrow on Christmas morning. Very cool. Very cool indeed. And now I've lost my window. There we go. I liked it. That was nice. Happy holidays to everybody out there. I hope everybody's having a good season. I hope to be able to go live possibly tomorrow night. I'm still planning what I want to do and how I want to do that. But I will I will post a message on my page if I am going to be able to and what time that will be. And then I'll leave it up after that as long as it doesn't get blocked or anything. Still figuring out exactly what to do. Just be kind of a hangout. Chat a little if you want to chat about anything. Talk about the holidays. Talk about life in general. React to a couple of songs. Maybe take a couple of suggestions. And just see what happens. And also, if I can get to 5K, I'm limping along. Hopefully I can get there. But it's looking less and less likely that it'll be by the end of the year. I was going to do a cover song of something and release it if I can hit 5K by the end of the year. What's sad is my voice. The last several days, I keep getting this frog in my throat. And I've actually tried I've listened to a few different songs and I've tried singing a little bit just to get an idea of how bad I'm going to be and what type of song I want to try. And I can't even get an idea right now because it seems like just a couple minutes, or actually just a couple moments after I start singing, I will start coughing. And my voice will just shut off practically. So hopefully I can get through this. It's probably maybe allergies or sinuses or whatever dripping into my throat. You know how it is this time of year. So, see what happens. Please be good to each other out there. This holiday season should be a reason to. But more than that, beyond that, it shouldn't have to be said. But treat people with respect. When I look at somebody across the table, I see a person. Now I know, and I'll admit this, when I was younger, I was brainwashed so much differently. Luckily, not all of it took. Some of it did, though, until I got myself out of that. So, I will admit, if there was someone a different race sitting across the table from me, when I was younger, I was taught to be careful. look out for that person. And luckily I got to work in an industry where I got to work with so many good people with so many different backgrounds and races and such, that I realized once you start seeing others as a person, they're not so scary yet. And I say yet because that's the case with any person that you see. If all you know is what you're looking at right now, you don't know anything yet. I could be looking at a person, could be a different race than me, and I don't know. So my default with anybody, any race, whatever, is trepidation, I guess. Let me feel it out a little bit. I'm not going to commit to this person's great or this person's awful until they give me a reason to. So, unfortunately, there's been several people that have given me reasons to lately, but has nothing to do with the color of their skin or their religion, or if they don't have a religion. Sadly, the whole religion part has led to some of the issues because of people going through the same brainwashing that I went through back when I was a kid. If they're a different sexuality, I'll admit it right here, right now, in front of everybody. When I was younger, I had no self-confidence. I grew up in the 80s, have a condition which gives me the eye problems, so I had thick Coke bottle looking glasses back in the 80s, and I was thin as a rail. I was like 120 pounds when I graduated. So now I'm in the area of 200 pounds. So I've filled out a little bit, put on a lot more since then. But back then I was just a stick. And I know what it was like to go through the bullying and all of that, because also back in the 80s, for people that looked like I did back then, that movie Revenge of the Nerds was probably the worst thing to happen for us, because I would get reference to that multiple times. So I've been through that. I had no self-confidence. The school I was in, our graduating class was 29 kids. So I was basically the target, and I went to that school from kindergarten through 12th grade. My parents thought they were doing me a favor, but I was the target of much bullying from kindergarten all the way up. It got a little bit better senior year, but that was by then I just didn't care. So I had no self-confidence whatsoever. So I didn't do well with the ladies. And you can probably look at me and guess that. But I remember I was so screwed up by what that school taught and how they taught the negatives of the gay culture. But I also would hear these whispers because, I didn't have girlfriends and stuff. Oh, he must be. Well, not that it matters. But back then, you start hearing that, and I remember there was actually a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, what if they're right? Everything that I've learned about anybody that's gay and how bad it is that going to be me? Yeah, I was screwed up in that. But then one major thing hit me, which is I'm not attracted to guys. And it finally sunk into me. I'm like, that seems like that would be a pretty important piece that you would need in order to, if you fall in line that way. And working with them, I realized with them, I'm sorry not to say them, but working with people who were gay, because the industry that I'm in, there were several, and that's fine, is when I started to learn they're no different than anybody else. It doesn't matter who this person loves, as long as they are a good person. So I expanded my horizons there. And it's been that way, this discovery, ever since. So I'm very glad I've gotten to where I'm at right now. So give people respect. I have been on my soapbox just preaching, and I am so sorry. Please, everyone out there, I'm going to get off my soapbox now and say happy holidays. And please join me again for some more reactions as I continue my journey. And to Marco and company, Kitos. And to everyone out there who's joined me. Yes, my voice just cracked again. You may have heard that in a few other videos as well. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I start getting when I get going and start either talking, or when I try singing, it happens quickly. So whatever I've got going on here, I've just got to get through. So thank you again. And please, until next time, everybody, take care and keep your eyes to the sky. Could be Santa. Or all around. Because you never know what you might miss. You never know if you're just staring at your phone. Take care.